Hello and welcome. This is my review of Fortnite Save the World. For those people who are wondering what that other option is that they see for 5 microseconds before they click on Battle Royale. So I'm going to be doing a review on that. But it's not really a review, it's more like a damn public service announcement. I'm like Michael Jordan telling you not to do crack cocaine. Because that's what this game is. It's kind of like, well, it's not like that. It's kind of like more like crushing up Adderall and sticking up your butt. You know, there's nothing to it. People think you're crazy. And at the end of the day, you're probably just going to spend all your money going around in circles, NASCAR style, you know, running around, fucking your own butt. Okay, so this comes to my first complaint. It looks like doggy doo-doo. It looks straight up like crap. I don't know what the explanation is. The second you load up the game, you'll be asking yourself, where is half the frames? What's going on here? The game's running at 15 JPEGs per minute. And everything's fucking shaking and shit. I don't know what the hell's going on here. And it feels kind of like you're walking through an earthquake, drunk off your ass on tequila. Right? And I thought I was going crazy. I didn't know what was going on. I don't understand how if you jump on Battle Royale, it's running, 1,000 goddamn frames per second. You know, they got 100 people around the world on this big-ass, beautiful map running 4K, no problem. Silky smooth. It's running like the Canadian Olympic team down a luge, right? Everything's perfect. Then you hop over to Save the World, and all the frames are gone. I don't know what's happened. It's a mess. And I got me plus 3 other people and 20 zombies, baby barf colored green, with like 5 polygons, and it's not running anywhere near where it should be. And I thought I was going crazy. I didn't understand what was going on until my girlfriend came in and she's like, why does it look so dumb? And I'm like, right? Why does it look so dumb? I don't know. I don't understand. It's the same game basically, and it's running at like half the speed, and I ain't no tech genius. All right? Grade 12 basic programming is where my experience comes to a halt. But I know poop when I'm looking at it. Staring at it dead in the face. And that's what this is. And that's what brings me up to problem number 2 in comparison between Save the World and Battle Royale. Half the shit is taken out of the game. Stuff that they have working perfectly. A lot of the mechanics are just gone. Like, point the first. I can't fucking crouch. Why can't I crouch? I have no goddamn clue. But I can't fucking crouch. I can't do it. In Battle Royale, if I want to crouch, I can crouch all goddamn day, hide in the bush. What am I doing over here? I can't crouch for the fucking life of me. I don't understand why that's a problem. Like, you don't even need to do any extra work here, Epic. You can keep on slurping down fucking blended up money or whatever the hell you do with your billions of dollars. Right? All you gotta do is copy, paste that shit over. Exactly how I passed grade 10 programming. You just go through someone else's code, in this case your own, copy that shit up, paste it, and it's fucking boom, right in there. Then I can crouch, because whenever I make like a little goddamn peephole and some stairs, I can't just walk up like you would. I have to destroy the freaking top layer, which takes 4 goddamn ever, by the way, in this. It takes a lot longer. Then I have to replace it after, or I have to edit and wait for it all to come back. I can't just crouch underneath. And it actually, you'd think it'd be minuscule. It is a pain in the ass all the time. Second point with that is building in general. You don't have the phase through option, I guess was what I'm going to call it. You can't just build stuff wherever. Say there's like a slope or a rock in the way, your building will like phase through it. So it's like half visible, half coming out the ground, and half under the ground. And Save the World? Nah, get that out of your mind. You can't do that. If it's going to be phased or broken, you can't place it at all. I don't understand why, because this is just the biggest problem. You're building a fort, and there happens to be a slope, or whatever the hell's in the way, because there's all sorts of different like weird slopes, so everything's not a perfect grid. You just know you can't build there, you can't put a trap there, you can't put anything there. You just need to, you just got to deal with it. It's just a big fuck you. Oh, no, it's just an open space here. Hope you didn't want to put a wall there or a trap. Hopefully this is not an important location. And that segues me directly into problem number 3. There is no support, right? For every, I don't know, 10 updates Battle Royale gets, they get 1, 2, maybe. Usually it's like once per season you get a major update that removes like half the stuff that was already in the game because they can't decide whether or not they want to implement something or take something out and change it completely. It's way too finicky. That's also a huge concern of mine, is why like half the stuff that would have been in the game before, they take it out. Instead of trying to fix it, they're just like, okay, we'll just take it out, start fresh with something new, and then that doesn't really work, so they have to do it all over again. And the cycle of why fucking bother continues. And I understand that Battle Royale, okay, they're making much more money from the stupid microtransactions, but this is a full-fledged game. This is a full-priced, full-fledged game, $60. And it sure as hell isn't acting like. First of all, shame on, if you actually paid full price for this, shame on you. Get it on sale like everybody else. Don't even waste your goddamn time and money if it isn't half price at least, right? No 30% off, no 45% off, 50% off or nothing. And following that, the game is just grind city. This makes Bitcoin mining looking like the 7 dwarves digging for diamonds. I know, there's like a million missions at 20 minutes at least a pop. That's about infinite time all the time ever. It takes just forever. You will be an old goddamn man by the time you beat this game. If you can beat this game. And the missions, they're just all the same. They're the same thing over and over again. They got like 4 missions that you just keep on doing over and over again, and then you just go in the background and collect shit. It's all like a giant collectible collectathon, but it's not like a good one like the days of old, you know. It's completely different. It's just the same thing, and then like, okay, you get to the next level, blah, 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 blah. And then every so often you get a special mission. And the special missions can be fun. Sometimes they change, sometimes they shake it up, right? But this happens like once a level, once like an area, and there's only 4 areas in the game. And those ones are the most interesting, where the story, like, they have like preset maps, and like the story's a lot different, and you gotta do different tasks, and those are interesting. You know, and it's always the same shit besides that. It's always like, okay, here's an item, build a fort, protect it, zombies come. Some of the beginning areas, right at the beginning, you get to a base and there's like 4 or 5 computers and they're shooting and they're getting attacked by zombies and like, holy crap, help me. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is sick. And when does that happen again? It doesn't happen again. At least I don't think. I'm like 75% down the game. I probably would have completed it now, but guess what? It's impossible to progress. It's just impossible. I'm constantly getting to these level barriers where I can't move on. It's not as simple as do a mission, get XP, level up. Because they do have that. I'm level 85, right? But guess what? That don't mean shit. That whole level, you get little bonuses, but nothing really. Like some knickknacks, nothing changes. My real level over here, power 57, that's the real shit. That's my real level. That's all that matters. And that tells me what I can do and what I can't do. And honey, right now, I can't do shit, right? I am too weak to do the level that I have to do. And the only way to level up my power more is to get survivors and to level up survivors. It doesn't matter how powerful your guns are, how much XP you put into your guns, how much XP you put into your traps or whatever. It's all about just getting survivors. And the only way to get survivors is certain missions, sometimes, or loot boxes. Right? And I'll be damned if I'm spending a goddamn penny on loot boxes, or whatever you call them, because all this money's going to fucking costumes for Battle Royale. Because that's what I'm here for. Isn't that what everyone else is here for? I'm trying to I'm trying to grind those V-Bucks, so I have some splashing cash around, because I'm not spending the goddamn dime on costumes. I'll be up all night shaking and turning if I turn into one of those people that have spent $2,000 on their goddamn skin collection. I might just end it all right there, if that ever happens to me. And you know what? It does have its moments. The voice acting, great. And some of the storytelling, amazing. Like the main robot, great. Hilarious to follow. I don't remember her name. It escapes me right now. But it is a whole bunch of fun. So what happens, see if I'm level 57, and I get to the end of my mission here, and my next mission says, oh, you have to be level 64 to get there. And I'm like, okay, so now I just can't do anything. I either have to keep on grinding the very small missions that give me survivors and little XP to just claw my way through little tiny increments to get up, or I just quit. Those are the only two options. And always, for every level cap, in between those missions, they don't give you enough resources to level up to the next one. So every time, I'm never ahead of level. I'm always behind. I always have to play catch up. And I have to do extra 20-minute missions so I can scrape a couple XP together, so maybe I'll have a high enough power to continue on, which is bullshit. And every so often, too, they have these defenses where you come back to your home base, and it is goddamn impossible to do by yourself. You are always underpowered for that, and there's nothing you can do about it, except the very slim chance is that someone can join your game and help you out. And the bizarre way this works is when somebody joins your game, you like borrow some of their power level. So if I'm 57 and someone joins my game and they're 57, all of a sudden we're both suddenly level 65 and all our guns are stronger and our health is more, we're more resilient for no reason. So not only do I have another person shooting more zombies, which is great, I'm also the Terminator now too. And every person that comes on, it just tacks on. So if you have 4 people, it's joke city. If you're by yourself, it's impossible. The only problem is I'm now 75% through the game or so, and no one's playing it anymore. The first couple missions, when I first started out, you could get 4 people no problem. But now, late in the game, no one's playing this shit because they realize how dumb it is, and they jumped that burning ship. Well, they could, before they wasted any more of their life. Unfortunately, I didn't get the goddamn memo, and like the captain of Titanic, I'm going down with this crap. And just like my life, it's spiraling to the depths of the Pacific goddamn Ocean. And right now, there's not much left I can do about it. So what most people do is they just, get the free missions, because you get these daily missions that give you like 50 V-Bucks, so you just kind of like jump into those, and then they spend that on Battle Royale, and no one really gives a crap. And that's really what this experience is. It's like cloning yourself and kicking yourself in the balls for 20 minutes at a time. Until you reload a new mission and start all over again. And sure, to level up your power, you get like these research points. I'm going to gloss over it because of how minuscule it changes the game, because it doesn't do anything. So I'm just going to speed right through it. So every so often, your scientists or whatever, like you collect points over time. Like every day you'll get like 3,000 points or whatever. And then you gotta wait for the next day, and then you get 3,000 more, and you can invest those into like a little bit of power, a little bit of health, or whatever. But the thing is, it's so small, and you have to wait so long, it really changes it into like a pay-to-play app game that you'd have on your phone, right? And that's not how people play games. That's not how I play games. I don't know, it's like games are like fucking heroin, right? You either do them all the time, always, and you're constantly thinking about it, or you don't touch that shit at all. There's only those two options. There's no in between. I want to play a game for 8 hours a day, cry myself to sleep because I'm wasting my life, wake up the next day, and start the routine all over again. I just want to keep on doing that day in, day out. I don't want to have to play for 5 minutes a day to grind out these little things that don't even make a difference anyway. And it feels like the whole thing's just trying to get you to spend your V-Bucks. So spend more money, buy some V-Bucks, and buy a goddamn loot llama, and maybe get a survivor so you can level up your power level, so then you can move on. So anyway, long story short, in summation, this game is a drain on your existence. It's not really worth it. I definitely don't pay full price. I feel like a sucker for paying half price. I mean, I'm still going to try and beat it if I can, because it seems like there's a little bit of a story, and it is a little bit interesting. I will admit that. But the means to the end is just ridiculous. And it's just not worth it. I don't know, wait for it to come out free, like everyone else, because this game is just not worth it. Goodbye.